With you, Ms. Hogan. Do you feel it's wise to continue with the annexation process between the county and the city, knowing that the city is looking to slow down the process? How can the annexation continue so that it benefits both the county and city? Are we looking at another 20 years before this annexation gets done?
Let me just start off by saying that phase 1 of the annexation has occurred, and that's the part that actually involved District 4, by the way. There were some donut holes that were taken into the city. Now that part of the annexation went very smoothly, there were no problems, and I think that that can be achieved with phase 2. Now phase 2 is a little bit more difficult, but it is very important that it go forward. It includes the airport road area, but it also includes part of the areas where there's sort of a patchwork of city and county. And I think that in the long run, it's crucial that we have a well-defined boundary between the city and the county. And the reason that I think that's important is for safety issues. I think when you have emergency personnel responding, that it is crucial that they know where the city is and where the county is. Now, having said that, I realize that we are behind the times with our current schedule, and that the cost to the city is much greater than they had originally thought. But I still think it's a solvable problem. We need to talk about it. The city and county need to talk. I don't know if it's the staff that needs to talk or the city councilors and the county commissioners, but I really feel that we need to get together, make a plan, move forward, and start the transition. Now, we can lengthen the time for the transition, and perhaps the county can actually help with some of the one-time startup costs in this particular situation. I think that with regard to phase 3, that we can put that off for a long time because that is in a very rural area and it's not as crucial. Thank you.
Thank you. With regard to the annexation, I've talked to several people about it, and one of the questions that comes up is, Victor, does that mean that if we get annexed into the city, does that mean that the city will take over all the services? And I had to respond, well, I think it does. I think that the city would then have to take over the police protection and all the other services that go along. But I think that there are other issues, and like our commissioner here says, is that they need to work out a lot of the details with the city. My problem is that my neighbors have come up and said, well, does that mean that if the city takes over, that the county can reduce their budget by, say, policemen and firemen? Is that a thing that can happen? Will that lower our property taxes? And so those are things that we need to look at and see if that in fact can be accomplished, because our property taxes have been increasing pretty much, especially for the low income and the people that are on Social Security. And so some of the people that I've talked to have said, you know, we can't afford to pay any more property taxes. We need to see if there's ways within, even in this annexation, hopefully the county would reduce its portion of the tax rate so that they can get a little bit of a break on their property taxes. It's something that needs to be done, because a lot of people are having a problem just putting bread and water and filling the car with gasoline. It's a real problem from what I'm hearing in the campaign. So I'm hoping that if I'm fortunate to get elected to District 4, that I can work out some of these problems with the city councilor. I see one of our councilors back there, and I see our commissioner back there. Hopefully we can work